I don't know whether you noticed a remark made by Mr. Nehru the other day, that when a neutral country joins a neutral bloc, it ceases to be neutral.
Exactly. I entirely agree with him. I told reporters in Lagos the same thing yesterday evening. They said, well, what about the neutralist group? I said, well, they are committed.
So what kind of neutralism do you envisage? You really think it's going to be possible?
I don't like this idea of neutrality. I don't like the word.
Will there be press censorship during this regime?
I do not think that I should start off with press censorship. But I may impose censorship if it became necessary. My main concern.
What is most urgent for the generality of our people now is how to restore the essential services disrupted by the war and bring back normal economic and social conditions which will enable the ordinary law-abiding citizen to earn his daily bread in every part of the Federation without molestation. This is what our people fought
for our country. First, there was the experiment of a unitary government which was imposed by the colonial government. Then a federal system which carried us into independence. And finally, a modified version of federalism which lasted rather tenuously until January 1966.
Economic development of our countries largely depends, among other things, on the development of the basins of our rivers. The commission which we, the signatories, created long ago was and still is intended to serve as a tool for developing close cooperation for the judicious and rational exploitation of the resources.
You know, I have spoken on the inaugural speech on the 1st day of October and laid stress on our desire and our resolve to work for African unity and for the liberation of all the African countries which are still under the yoke of racism and imperialism. I want us to
boost local production of goods, improve foreign exchange reserves, and make the economy more self-sufficient and self-reliant were not implemented in a manner in which they could have the desired effect. The promised import food item to supplement the shortfall in agricultural production was not fulfilled for the benefit of the people. What quantity was brought in was either diverted, hoarded, or sold at prices beyond the reach of the ordinary man. The administration of the import licensing system was so corrupt that licenses were denied to.
This is a very significant occasion because it is the first time that oil-producing countries of Africa are meeting to form an association which symbolizes our common interest and aspiration. On behalf of the entire people of Nigeria, I warmly welcome you to Lagos. I'm particularly happy to be part of such an epoch-making event.
I accept the challenge to serve as head of the interim national government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
This government has always expressed its commitment to dialogue as a means of resolving our internal differences. We have demonstrated this by our individual and collective efforts at holding consultation at all strata of our society. You will recall that in spite of these overtures and good gestures by government, Chief MKO Abiola flagrantly perpetuated acts which breached the laws of the land.
Quite honestly, the day General Abacha passed away. Yes, a lot has happened. He died.
They were not. It was about 3% of all of what the oil, what is derived from the oil money that goes back. When I took over, the 13% that was in the proposed constitution was given to them. In addition,
so must our differences dissipate in the cause of the greater good of moving our dear nation ahead. Especially, I wish to thank my worthy opponents in the presidential election. Our collective goal is to live for our children a Nigeria better, stronger. I've extended a hand of.
If you look at the perception, the corruption perception index, yes, people talk about corruption now because it becomes a political issue. And when you promote something to the level of politics, of course, normally it's blown out of proportion. Yes, we have corruption cases, no doubt about that. Yes, we have cases of people stealing, no doubt about that. I always say that, look, call a thief a thief. I'm not saying that Nigeria, that we don't have...
Not for government job, because technology is cutting down the number of government jobs. The resources saved will be used for education and healthcare, mainly. This is what's going to help people. I am pleased that a number of you were here last year with me, and we are here today. Next year...
Dear compatriots, it is my unique honor to address you on this day. This is the 3rd anniversary of our nation's independence, both as the president of our dear country and simply as a